bass cave people are supposed to be here. I hear them, but I don't see them. There they are right there. Hey, come on. Get down. Come on down here. Welcome to Belton. You'll love the place. You like it? I'm glad you came today. Come on into my house. I want to show you guys my house. We're going to talk about fishing. It's going to be good. Come on in the house. It's going to be great. So here we go. We're not actually going to start in the shop. We're going to start in the house first. Why? Because I spend a lot of time in the house too. A lot of thinking, a lot of stuff goes down here in the house. Hey, wifey. Hey, Brooks. Hi. Hi. The wife and the kid over there. I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing something. Junk. Yeah, I'm not really the neatest person ever that you'll ever meet, but there's all kind of weird stuff over here. There's computers, hard drives, a mystery tackle box. There's some tournaments over here from past, like the last 4 or 5 years. I've got some photos up. You can see that this picture right here is actually from my rookie season on tour at Lake Hartwell. My son and my wife got to come down to the weigh-in. That was the first tour level tournament that they got to come to. And it was my first tour level check was at Lake Hartwell in 2016. So that was a special moment. This is my rookie season on tour. I've always had trouble with Tennessee River lakes, and at Kentucky Lake, like on day 2, I caught like 20 pounds on ledges, and I don't fish ledges. So that was like a really rewarding day. Had to frame that moment. There's some family stuff over here too. Oh, I'm dropping stuff. So when we got married, just date night stuff. And that's my firstborn right there, Brevin. Just some good, cool stuff like that over here. And then also look, so you guys know I won Seminole this year. And Al Chapman sent me this really cool, you can't tell probably by looking at it, but this is actually like aluminum. And Al Chapman at FLW sent me this really cool photo of me. So photos are really important. It reminds you like, hey dude, you are the man, even when sometimes you have trouble. Always keep pictures. But this is some of my trophies here that I kind of put in a case. I'll turn my light on. Was that cool? Well, let me do that again. Instant replay. So you can see started from the bottom to the top. I always preach, I always tell people when they ask me about tournament fishing, how do you become a tournament fisherman? Well, this is kind of some of the proof in the pudding here. Some of my club level days is far back as, was this 2007 is the oldest one here? From fishing in the clubs. Some of those are like our club classics, winning club tournaments, seconds, thirds, all that stuff. They're all back in there. There's some more, but I don't put all that out. And these are all club tournaments. This is my first BFL win right here, right there. It's in 2007 at Lake Hartwell. This one right here. See some other tournaments. Another club tournament. You know, just, I like to keep that stuff. It looks cool. And some other BFLs up here. There's a lot of BFL trophies. This one in particular is very rememberable. Is that a word? Rememberable? Remember? I don't know. I remember it. I'll tell you the story behind this one. Second place at Lake Kiwi. I actually was supposed to win this tournament, and I lost by 1 ounce to Marty Robinson because I had a dead fish. And Marty gives me crap about that till this day, about him beating me by 1 ounce because I had a dead fish. But it's all good. That was in 2006, and then I came back and won in 2007. Marty had went on to the Elite Series then, so I had to get Marty to leave to win one. And then a couple magazine shots. My boy, this is probably my best friend in the fishing industry. Mark, I got his magazine cover up there. And then also my cover up there. When he made it, I felt like I made it cover. So I put that on my trophy shelf too. And then my 2 FLW Tour top 10s. I've been fishing the Tour for 4 years now. This year's my 4th year. And I won Seminole my 4th year on tour. So of course it goes at the top of all of these accolades. And then the next tournament I went back and got a tournament top 10 at Grand. So cool, it's cool. So now that you see some of the stuff where I kind of do my thinking and sort of like the mind lab, let's go out to the garage, to the real good stuff, the juicy stuff, the stuff that you came to Bass Caves for. Let's go out to the real Bass Cave. It's my cave, boy. Come on in here and check it out. This is where it goes down. This is my palace right here. So a little backstory. When we built the house, I used to keep my boat in the car garage. Put that in perspective, my boat on the trailer is about 25, 26 foot long. My garage is 20 foot long. That wasn't working, so I had to build a garage. Didn't really have the money to build a garage, so I took it upon myself to build my own garage. So what I did was I built a pole barn, and then kind of just in between tournaments, in between work. Back then I was still landscaping. In between work, I'd get everybody going, and then I'd come back here and work on my shop all day. So I actually constructed the entire shop on my own. Of course, I had some help between, here and there, but I did all of it. I've never built anything in my entire life. I built the entire shop off of YouTube videos. But it's a 24 by 40 is what it is. And it's basically a pole barn. I made it look like the rest of the house because in my neighborhood, you got to have your garage has to look exactly like your house. But you can see it's unfinished on the inside. It's mine. Like I just made these shelves with scrap wood from the construction. I kept like all the wood that I had left over from when I built the shop. And I made shelving. If you guys watched my YouTube, you probably saw when I did this. So this side over here is all I really finished. On that side, we still got a bit of uncontrollable chaos going on, but it's a work in process. You can see I've got a little bit of pedboard in here. I actually have a TV in here, so I watch YouTube videos while I'm preparing tackle. I'll look at old FLW tournaments while I'm preparing tackle. Like we're going to Chickamauga, and there's been a tournament at Chickamauga in 1998. Well, I'll pull that up on YouTube, and then I just helps me get in the mindset of wherever we're going as I'm preparing tackle. And just like my house, you'll notice that this, I just kind of got things. My storing system is very unique. I don't want to hear anything in the comments about it not being organized. I understand where everything is, even though it looks like it's chaotic. But I do have it semi-organized. It's better than it used to be. You just got so much stuff. Soft plastics on pegboards, a few spinner baits, chatter baits here and there. What my idea is, the stuff that I use the most, I put on pegboards, right? And then as fishermen, we got I literally have 4 or 5 things that I catch fish on. But you got like 10-inch swim baits and top waters you're never going to throw, and crankbaits of every color. Like this one's a little bit of orange, and then this one is firebust red or something like that. All that stuff that you don't ever really use is probably in some of these boxes that you see stored over the top of the pegboard. So important stuff is out and accessible. All that other foolishness goes over the top in boxes, up and out of the way. So fishing rods, anybody? I got plenty of fishing rods. Like, you gotta have sticks, right? Everybody says, well, why do you gotta have so many fishing rods? Well, number one, because that's what I do is fish. So fishing rods are gonna be an important part of the equation, right? So I got a bunch of rods. Even though they look the same, I need them. That's all you need to know. I just need my rods. I don't have to explain that to you. All right, this is my competition boat right here. This is my Falcon 20-foot, 5-inch battleship freaking Ferrari of bass fishing right here. You guys will see me compete in this boat a lot. It's just the best thing there is on the water as far as I'm concerned. But one thing that I'm really proud of, you probably can't tell it right now, but this dude right here, the old Fisher Marine 16-footer. I can tell you so many stories about this boat right now. Just to give you a little bit of background, like one of the things that I love to do in the summertime is like go way up the rivers, over the rapids, over the shoals. Like this boat is made to do everything that you're not supposed to do in a boat, we do in this boat right here. I use it a lot when I'm in between boats. I sell this boat every year, and then when I don't have a boat, I use this boat a lot. For like 4 months out of the years, I use this boat 3 or 4 times a year. But the cool story behind it is I always wanted to have an aluminum boat, but I could never afford to have 2 boats, right? So in my dad's shop, I just found this thing. I saw it sitting behind this guy's house, and I watched it for like 3 months, and it never moved. Nobody ever did anything. It had trees growing out of it. It had beer cans in it. It didn't have any carpet, nothing. I mean, I'll show you some pictures of what it looked like before I actually got it, but it was an absolute wreck. I mean, I know it looks bad now, but it was way worse back then. And so I finally got the courage to go and ask this guy, like, hey, dude, you know, you're not using that boat. Can I maybe have it? Can I buy it? And I ended up getting the boat for like $400. Boat, trailer. I actually ended up buying another trailer. It had boat, trailer, engine, everything. So I took the boat, gutted it out, and I built the deck out. I just started all over. Only thing I didn't add was the console. I got the engine running, added all new control cables. I bought a new trailer after I had it a couple years. So I ended up spending like $2,000 in the boat. Best $2,000 I've ever had in my entire life, because I use this thing to do so many different things and different videos. And I just like fishing out of small rigs for some reason. It's just really cool to me. But you can see at the front, you can see one of my battle scars. Even though I love it so much, I don't have any kind of connections to Fish and Marine, so I don't mind telling you, it's not built that well. So this is some damage from hitting a shoal right here. We thought we were going to kind of jump over the shoal, and we kind of just hit the shoal. And then when we hit the shoal, we busted a bunch of rivets on the front of the boat. So you can kind of see down inside my boat. If you look right there, like you can see all the internals inside my boat. But it's cool, it still floats. I just gotta make sure I don't spear a wave. Like spearing a wave in this boat, it would like go down like a crankbait. You know, like when you throw a crankbait and you reel it down, and it just, that's what this boat would do if you speared a wave. It would go down just like a freaking swim bait. It would be bad. So that happened, I just never fixed it. It still works, so I don't ever worry about it. All right, you ready to go? Go. All right, come on out to our backyard. So when I was a kid, I used to ride dirt bikes too. So of course, having 2 boys, I was gonna make sure they got big boy toys to play with. So Brev got interested in dirt bikes. One of my little cousins had a dirt bike, and our neighbor had a dirt bike, so he had to have one. We actually started him out on an electric one, and then he moved up pretty quick to he's actually racing now. So of course, just like everything else, just like with fishing, it needs practice, and we can't always just rush to the track. So I decided to build him a little track here in the backyard. We got a pretty decently big backyard, and we got a couple little small tabletops, a couple little turns. I got a berm here, there too, 1 or 2 big jumps. And I'll get out there and ride with him sometime too here in the backyard. Latimer MX right here. All right, so you guys, you got to see the dirt bikes, you got to see my boats, you got to see all my tackle, and even the inside where I got my trophies and stuff. So this is my bass cave here in Belton, South Carolina. But look, it's been great having you. I've got to go do some tackle, because in the morning I've got to leave and get to Chickamauga for the 5th tour stop, or 6th tour stop. So all the fun stops here. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me.